Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another edition of Underground Rising here on the Psychosin project here on YouTube. Yep, as you can see, I'm still balding. It's never going to change, unfortunately, but today I am here to review the current and latest EP by London rock band Zocalo. It's called Mortals, and you can't really see the title of it that well. But, yes, fantastic artwork on this one. Again, I don't know if you can see it that well. No, you can't. Although you can, that's kind of the band members in some kind of cartoon form, I suppose. Anyway, yes, I'm going to be reviewing this. I do have their other two previous releases as well. I'll be reviewing them as well. However, since this is their current release, I thought I'll be around to actually reviewing this at last. I've actually kind of known the band myself for a little while. I've been speaking to them on Facebook and that, been playing them on my show, and you've already heard one of their songs if you watched any of my videos. Yes, my intro is a song called Fire and Flood by this very band. It's not on this EP. That is off of their album Sunrise, which I'll be reviewing at a later date. I have been there we go, I'll remember what I'm saying. I have been meaning to do a review of their stuff for a while, but I kept getting distracted by shiny things. No, basically I just kept never getting around to it, so finally had some free time tonight, and I'm going to do it now. So here we go. This is Zocalo with the Mortals EP, and this is my advice as to whether you should check it out. Although I can tell you now, you should definitely check the band out, because you will not be disappointed. Anyway, this is the Mortals EP. The first song on the EP is called The Malaise. Now this comes crashing out the gate with pounding riffs, drums, bass and guitar. This goes into a driving rock riff even, with the drums building up to Sarah's brilliant vocals coming in. There's nice harmonisation between her and Will, the bassist, for the chorus itself, which is nicely epic, and I'll admit, kills it live. I have seen this band live once, which was June last year. Christ, I need to see them live again. Anyway, the best way I can describe the riff itself is what you would get if Led Zeppelin and Black Sabbath ever combined to write a song together. Now, superb guitar work by Nick and Pete, the bass and the drums holding down the beat and pace of the song perfectly. Halfway through the song, a perfectly just solo comes in, while the rest of the band hold down the drive-in pace. Solos build up to Sarah coming in again, while the guitar solo before the band crashes back in with that superb riff from the beginning of the song. For the end, the song builds up and breaks down a few times before ending with a crash of drums and guitar. All in all, a superb way to start the EP. The next song is called Phoenix. Now this starts with a classic sort of biker rock, yet kind of western style sounding guitar riff. I guess you could call it Southern Fried riff. Now this breaks down to Sarah taking the focal point of the song with again her superb soulful vocals. She really is a fantastic vocalist, I have to say. But then the epic sounding chorus comes in with superb playing from all the band, and again Sarah's vocals help it build up the impact of the chorus. There's a nice little break from the main riff by the bass to help vary the sound of the song. As we reach the middle 8 and the song speeds up, there's some superb guitar playing by both Nick and Pete again, and before the drums and the bass break the song down into the mid-pace stomp for the final chorus reprise. Then we break down to bass, guitar and keyboard only, which ends the song. Another fantastic song, probably gotta kill it live. What can I say, it's shaping up to be a fantastic EP. The third song on the EP is called Anathemy, and the first question is, did I even pronounce that right? Probably not, so apologies to the band if I didn't. Anyway, this starts with just bass and drums and a slow sort of grinding sound before the guitars come crashing in with a Sabbath style doom, heaviness and sound to the riff. The band starts playing a driving riff while Sarah starts singing over the top again, sounding soulful and with a slight sense of longing to her vocals in this song. At the middle 8 we break down to where the bass becomes the most prominent instrument with Sarah's vocals being sung hauntingly in the background, and the guitars come crashing back in, and we're treated to a perfectly slow-paced solo before Sarah and Will come back in with their vocals, singing the chorus, and we're back to the mid-paced stomp of the song. This leads us into the end of Anathema, however you pronounce it, I really cannot remember. Anyway, I've only just listened to the song, that's the worst part. Probably completely bugging up the pronouncing of the title of the song, but you know what? Sod it, it's a good song. An absolutely superb EP so far. Next is a song I've played a few times on my show, Apparition Part 2, which I know already is a bit of a progressive song and something a little bit different for this band. So, let's give it a listen. The final song on the EP is one that I can't bugger up the pronunciation of the title. It is Apparition Part 2. As I said, I've played the song before on my show, so I've already heard this before. It's probably the most progressive I've heard the band go. Now this one starts with the sound of static, then Sarah's vocals and the lone guitar kick in. The band then comes crashing in at full force with a superbly heavy riff which builds up, then breaks down to just one guitar and drums. The whole band then rejoins, playing the riff along with Sarah's vocals floating over the top. The chorus again sounding epic and will sound absolutely incredible live. I can't remember if they played this when I saw them live. Possibly if they did, it has been 8 months, i.e. too long since I saw them live. We get to the middle of the song and this breaks down again, and all the instruments then rejoin before going to just the vocals and a single guitar before the band crashes back in, and we have the mandatory guitar solo for progressive epics such as this. Because, you know, if you're going to do an epic progressive song, you got to have a mandatory guitar solo, always, at least one. Anyway, this leads back to the main riff and the driving of the song forward, which breaks down to a solo guitar and the vocals, which then lead to what you think is the end of the song. You then have a minute's silence before the vocals come back in for a reprise, which is literally just the vocals alone by themselves for about 30-40 seconds, and then the song ends proper. Oh, a fantastic end to this EP. So, in conclusion, what did I think of it? Well, honestly, I really enjoyed this. I know I seem to be saying that about everything I've reviewed lately, but what can I say, there's been some fantastic material coming out from these bands that are criminally unsigned, Zocalo especially. So yeah, if you can, go check them out. They're called Zocalo. The EP is called Mortals. I had to double check them just to check that I said the right name. They've got 3 EPs out, 2 EPs and an album out. I'll be reviewing them all in the coming weeks and months. If you get to go see them live, go see them. If you like a band that sort of crosses the complexity and soulfulness of Led Zeppelin along with the heaviness and slightly doom touch of prime Black Sabbath back when Ozzy was the singer back in the 70s, then this is the band for you, and I know that live they absolutely kill it as well. So yeah, if you get to see them live, go do it. Support the band, buy their EPs, buy the album as well. You will not be disappointed. I will be back soon with another another review for you, maybe another interview. I'm looking to get Minerva Falls interview, and I'm going to hopefully arrange at some point an interview with hopefully the whole of Zocalo, if not hopefully at least a couple of them. Anyway, I will see you then. Go check out Zocalo. The link is in the description to their Facebook page, along with in the credits, and I will see you on the next Psychosin project.
I turn to